Got a really quick presentation today. It shouldn't take that long, but I'll sum it up for you in about a minute and a half to start out with. We're a large wind energy company. We have a lot of data. We're bringing that data into a number of different sources, and I'm always looking for ways to get more insight, more information out of that data, find out how we can use that data to improve our bottom line, improve our business. And in the last couple months, we've partnered with a company called Seek, a relatively new company, and they've helped us find key aspects of that data that we hadn't been able to access before, just due to the limited amount of tools and the limited amount of visual analytics that are available out there. So with these new tools, we've been able to get some more ideas, and we're looking forward to experiencing some more insights with this data. And now I'll give you the full presentation, which is essentially that same amount. I work for Iberdola. We're the second largest wind energy company in the US. It's part of the parent company, Iberdola SA, which many of you, if you're from Europe, you've heard of. They are the largest wind energy company in the world. We've got 600-ish megawatts of combined cycle generation, and we've got wind farms in 18 different states, well over 3,000 turbines. We collect all of this data, we bring it to a central area in Portland. And this data is coming from a number of different sources. It's coming from the turbines, it's coming from the substations, it's coming from the Met towers giving us weather data. We've got pricing data coming in from OED, we've got market data, we've got signals coming in from ISOs, from the independent system operators. And all of this data comes into, most of it's in our PI system, and a number of other data points are in different systems, alarm databases, and we like to bring that all together, and sometimes we can visualize that all in one place, sometimes we can't. And we have a number of different analytics tools that we already run that pull data from those systems and pull out individual insights, but we're looking for ways to get more out of it. And we recently added Seek, which is analytics on top of the systems that we have. And it doesn't duplicate any of the data, which is key for us, because as we have all this data in multiple different sources, we get about 4 gigabytes a day of data in our main site alone. And that's something we don't really want to duplicate anywhere else, so it's nice to have a tool that can index that and look at the data that's in there. A quick idea of what's going on is we've got signals coming in from anywhere. This is just a quick example. We put up Seek, and in the first day, we were able to look at the signals and then add some dimensions to the data. This is the time dimension. On the left, you'll see you've got wind coming in from all the sites. You don't know, it doesn't really tell you much. You've just got power data coming in. But if you look at the right, we've put it in the context of days. That's all that same information over a dimension of days. And that tells us at least what time of day these sites are operating. You can quickly see. And took us 2 minutes. It's the first insight into a little bit of visual analytics on what we can do with the data. From here, we talked to some of our process engineers, thought about what we could do. We worked with Seek, and we came up with an idea that we've been looking at for a while. There's something in wind called curtailments. I think it happens to a lot of power generators. It's when we can produce energy, but due to the transmission lines, or due to economic reasons, or due to our customers, we have to stop producing power. And in renewable energy, with wind energy, our fuel source is free, so we want to be producing power whenever possible. Given that, and due to some of our contracts, if we're not producing as much power as we can based on the wind speed, we're losing money. So we wanted to find out, we currently track, and we've been tracking for years in different tools, how much we lose during curtailment periods based on, our set point goes down, we have a period where we can't produce, and then it goes back up, and then we can start producing again. But there's this little section at the end, it's wind turbines, that we hadn't been able to track efficiently. And that's because when the grid or when the ISO tells you that you can come back up to full power, any turbine's gonna take a few seconds to a few minutes to come back up to full speed. And we wanted to see how much power we could have been producing if we hadn't been curtailed during that tiny period at the end of the curtailments. And that's something we've known about for quite a while, but it's big data to look at that across 3,300 turbines over years of data is not an easy task, or it hadn't been an easy task. So with Seek, we were able to isolate these events. We were able to put in some quick analytics. And the key for me is we were able to see what these analytics were shaping, what these analytics were representing. We could put them together, and we could represent them on a screen and see how much time they took, see the data underneath. We could add pricing data. We could add our set points, our potential power, and even analytics series in Seek. You could combine basic math. We wanted to put a line on the screen between what is the power difference between our potential and our actual, and base some calculations off of this. So we threw that in, took 1 or 2 minutes, built that series up, and once we've isolated those time periods, it's just a matter of summing up that data and figuring out what have we been missing all this time, and that's that little bit in red. And it doesn't look like much. It's not much, but this happens at every wind site multiple times, sometimes multiple times a day, hundreds of times a month, over years, and you're talking about a decent amount of power. We take that data, we put it into Excel, and actually I've been told by Seek that in the next release we'll be able to do this all in Seek itself. But we exported that to Excel, summed it up, got a quick total of our lost generation, and we can sum up how much did that cost us, what else is going on, and it's been exciting for me because it's not just that little bit at the end. There's other aspects to this curtailment scenario that we hadn't tracked. How much time did it take us to ramp down? What about the periods in between? There's a lot of little areas that we're now able to isolate with Seek that we hadn't been able to even think about looking at before, because it would require bringing in an SI, bringing in another vendor, or a large project we don't really have the budget for, but we don't even know how much this is costing us or how much it's worth to us. And like I said, quick talk. The basics of this is we had quite a bit of data. It's all there, like Janice was saying. All the data is present on our system. We've got it in multiple places everywhere else. But with Seek's visualization tool, we were able to streamline the way we looked at that data, put it into something that made sense, add some context around it, and move forward. We've got the exceptional ability to isolate those events. We proved what we could do. It's like I said, we've only had it for a couple months. We're still pushing this up and showing the value to management. I think it's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to expanding the work that we're doing around it. But once we've isolated these incidents, we can do that at 1 wind farm. We can do it at 65 wind farms, and we can sum up that power. We can look at what we're doing, and talk to more of our process engineers, figure out where else we can apply this, get more advanced analytics through Seek, and I'm excited to see what we can do.